Let's solve another Leetcode problem from blind 75 list. We'll do the next problem contains duplicate, and this is Leetcode 217. It's also an easy problem. For this problem, we are given an integer nums. We want to return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and we'll return false if every element is distinct. So we are given this integer array 1 2 3 1. We can see that 1 appears twice in this list, so we will return true. And for the next array 1 2 3 4, we can see that all of the values are unique, so we will return false. So one thing to keep in mind, we can easily do as a brute force method. For each of the element, we can check does it exist from the next element to the right side of this array, and if we can find a duplicate, we will return true, and we will return only false if we exhausted the whole array, and we can do it in order n square. But if we want to do it better than order n square, we need to decide how we can store the value. One thing, if you want to see, you have seen the value, there are a few types of data structure you can use in Python. If you are using a list, the in condition actually is not order of 1, and you can go through this link to figure out what are the time complexity for each of the operation. And you can see for list, the in operation in the worst case, it might take actually order n, right? So that's the average case. But if you use set, you see actually the average case becomes order 1. Behind the scene, set actually implements like a dictionary. So basically it have a hash function which can determine in order 1 case, although in the worst case still order n. So to solve this problem, to make it order 1 each of the in checking, we can do it using a set data structure. So the idea would be same as like the previous problem what we solved, best time to buy and sell stock. We can keep track of all the values what we have already seen. If we have seen this element before, we will just return true, otherwise we'll return false. And let's try to solve it. So our input array is nums. We will create an empty set array, same as like set scene, and which will be just an empty array. We'll go through the list for one element at a time, and for each element we want to check if we have seen this value. So for each of the number we want to see if n in seen. If that's the case, we'll return true. Otherwise we'll add that value to the seen value. And if we didn't return true, we'll return false from here. So basically you can do it in order n because you are going through this loop one element at a time. And for the space complexity, we are storing this scene for n element, so order n. Let's try to run this code. And hit submit. Yeah, it looks good. So let's go to the description again. So to talk about the runtime, you need to make sure what type of data structure you are using. It needs to be some sort of data structure which is based on hash table architecture, or actually hashmap architecture. In Python it would be dictionary. So there is another way. If you don't want to use set, you can still use dictionary, which will be a little bit verbose for this problem, but you will get the similar runtime. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.